Hello again, guys. We talked in the last video about ZTE and how they were going to be releasing their ZTE Open device on eBay. Well, apparently, shortly after that video went up, it's not soon, it happened. They went ahead and unveiled the ZTE Open for purchase on eBay, 80 bucks out the door, free shipping. There were about 1,000 units, a little less than that, in the US that were sold, and almost that many in the UK as well. They sold out in about 24 hours for each set. And luckily, as you can see here in front of me, I managed to get my hands on one here in the US. So I thought I would go ahead and unbox it for you, just sort of show you what comes in it, what it looks like, how it functions maybe, and do some initial impressions of Firefox OS running on this device. Now, I'll go ahead and start unboxing this, but do keep in mind as I'm doing it, this is a really, really low spec device. It's supposed to be just an entry-level device, sort of aimed at emerging nations, emerging areas. There we go, we've got ZTE Corporation in Shenzhen. I did go ahead and cut this tape already just to make sure it wouldn't be a big deal. And sounds like the cops are coming, so I must make this quick. There we go, open the box up. And here's the device itself. We'll go ahead and put this aside for the moment and get into whatever's in the rest of the box just to sort of see, and we'll come back to it. Big cardboard divider. A pair of headphones, that's interesting. Feel like very sort of thin wires, but I probably will not be using them anyway. We have the USB cable as expected, micro USB, not terribly long, but it doesn't really need to be for most people. And very interesting little adapter here. USB to power adapter, wall wart kind of thing, but it's not the normal shape of a wall wart you would expect. Also have a traditional battery here, which has lots and lots of Chinese writing on it, but it does say that it's a lithium-ion 1200 milliamp hour battery, so we'll go ahead and stick that in the phone here in a minute. We've also got some materials here in the bottom, to be expected. Warranty card, getting started with your new phone, safety information. But enough about that, I'll put all this away and then we will get started with the phone. And poof, as if by magic we're back, everything else is gone but the phone and the battery. So at this point, we've got a little screen protector on here, we'll leave that on for right now. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the back off of this thing. It's got a very nice, sort of a rubberized finish on it. I don't know, it's almost squishy. That's kind of interesting. Let's see, what do we have to do to open this? I would guess there should be some sort of an opening. There we go, down here in the corner. And of course I just clipped my fingernails so I don't have any way to, there we go, pop it all open. Now I do not have a SIM card yet. I'm gonna have to actually run out this weekend and pick one up, but there we go. Put the battery in this way, put the phone back on, and power it up for the first time. That actually went back on a whole lot easier than it came off. That was pretty nice. And let's see, just looking around the device itself, power button and power button and a 3.5mm jack are here on top. Nothing down this side. Of course, here on the bottom we have the micro USB jack, and on the side we have the volume rocker. On the back we have this camera. It is a relatively low spec camera, if I remember. I think it's a 3 megapixel. I will of course get all the specifications and put them down in the video description so you can see that. And here, honestly it's kind of hard to even tell what that is, but I would assume that it's a rear-facing speaker because there's not really much else in terms of speakers except for this up here, which you would expect to talk into. So let me go ahead and just power this thing up and we'll see what happens. There we go, we got a red light up at the top. It says Firefox OS. You can sort of see yourself in the reflection. Firefox OS. We've got a cute little animation here of the Firefox's tail kind of wiggling there, I guess flaming as it were. Now it's changed to a much brighter screen that says Firefox OS, and choose your language. In this case it's selected English as the only available one. I'll hit next. It's going to choose my Wi-Fi network. Let me do that and I'll be right back. Alright, and we are connected now, so we'll hit next. Time zone Pacific, nope. Let's see if I can figure out where that is. We'll say America. And it's definitely a little bit sluggish on the screen. I'm guessing part of that has to do with this screen protector. Let's go ahead and take that off just to make sure that's not the problem. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit better. Louisville, that's just, Central Kentucky area. It's definitely not 1980, so let's see, August 23rd, 2013, sounds about right. And 3:55 p.m., yeah, that sounds pretty good too. So next, I don't want to import any contacts and I don't have a SIM card. Firefox OS, I want to help improve by sharing data. Let's not do that for right now. Privacy concerns and whatnot. When you use it, become part of a global network. We're not going to do that either right now. All right, start your phone tour. Let's start the tour and see what happens. Swipe from the right to left to browse your apps. Can't do it right now, of course, we're in the tour. Swipe from left to right to discover new apps. Tap and hold on an icon to delete or move it. Swipe down from the top to get notifications, as expected. And then tap and hold the button here to browse and close recent apps. That's it. That's pretty painless. That's sort of similar to Android, but not entirely. This, I would assume, is the lock screen. It says here, emergency calls only, because we have no SIM. It kind of bounced there. I like that little animation. And actually, just to make things a little easier, I've gone ahead and zoomed in quite a bit here. So let's go ahead and swipe up to unlock it. Let's see. There we go. And if we swipe down here, we can see we've got 7 updates available. It says no SIM card inserted, obviously, because I don't have a SIM. Insert a SIM to enable usage. Here I've got, let's see what that does. I don't know. We've got Bluetooth, airplane mode, and settings. Settings will take us into this, which has airplane mode, GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, internet sharing. This looks a lot like the Android settings screen. Definitely not complaining there. Device information. Phone number, ZTE open, running open, US Dev FFOS 10801. Got some more information there, checking for updates. Let's check for updates. I know it said that it had 7 updates, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, at this point, I can still hit this button and go home. It's more of a capacitive button as far as I can tell, so that's pretty nice. Let's see what happens if we hold it. Yeah, we've got the settings here, we can swipe that away. And really, for what it is, quite performant. I'm not complaining at all here. Find the things you love with the coolest apps. Very nice. So you can go in here and look for new apps. Over here, we're back on the home screen. Swipe over, and we've got a bunch of different apps. I'm guessing, oh, that was FM radio. If you plug in a headset, you can get some radio signals. That's cool. So we've got 5 icons here, and the bar is just a little too small to hold them all. Let's see, do we have anywhere else we can go? This would be our music. No, that's our camera. Okay, memory card full. Insert a memory card. No. Camera wants to know your location. Sure, why not? But I don't have a memory card in there. So apparently it's going to have that. I wonder why it's not going to use internal memory. I guess it doesn't have any, or at least not much. We have Firefox. We have a chat icon. Messages, yeah. We've got the phone icon, phone dialer. Let's see how that looks and feels. I mistapped there. Again, looks a lot like Android, very, very similar. So if I start dialing it, it's a very loud speaker. Those are just random numbers I kind of threw out there. So let's see, head over here. Contacts, I don't have any contacts imported. Back to the dialer, back to the call log. Yeah, it's very smooth, very performant. I'm very surprised with this, honestly. After seeing it at CES, I don't think I saw this phone, I saw a different one, and its performance was not great. This is actually an entirely different story. Let's see what happens if I hit the 7 updates. System update, AccuWeather, Calculator, Maps, Marketplace. Sure, let's go ahead and download all of those. And as far as download speed, I'm using my wireless network here, and it appears to be doing pretty well. I mean, it's not going the full speed that my network can go, but it's probably going about as fast as it can go from Firefox. But yeah, so far, definitely impressed with this, definitely pleased with it. Initial impressions, not bad at all. I guess it's going to continue to download those in the background. And yeah, while it's doing something, it loses a lot of its performance. Can't say I'm entirely surprised by that. Like I said, it's supposed to be a relatively low-spec device. I will have all this information on the specs down in the description, as I said earlier. And I will definitely go out to either T-Mobile, AT&T, or one of the other the MVNOs in the area and see if I can pick up a SIM card to get this working so that I can use it for a few weeks. And then I'll come back to you guys with a full review. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do in terms of getting this updated, running some apps on it, using it on my local Wi-Fi network. Really just sort of have fun with it. I mean, like I said, it's a low-spec device. It was relatively inexpensive, and I thought I would just jump in to get used to Firefox OS. But that's all for me for today. If you have any questions about this device, anything you'd like me to test with it or try with it, let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.